Want free COD points? Hey, got money. Stop using Razorback. Listen here, buddy. There's a link in the description. I want you to tap. Click that. Earn points. Download the app. Yo, what is up, guys? It's the Goblin, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video. Now, in today's video, what we're going to be talking about is the final set of DLC weapons, or the DLC weapons that we could see coming in the future to Black Ops 3. This is a hot topic going around the Call of Duty community, and I thought I'd give my 2 cents on it. So hope you guys will enjoy this. If you guys are new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate that, as well as drop a like on this video. As always, my goal is 2,000 likes. I think you guys smashed that on last night's upload, so 2,000 likes would be absolutely insane. If you guys could hit that, that would be absolutely awesome. And let's get right into this. So first off, everyone knows how the DLC weapons work in Black Ops 3. There's basically 2 different waves of DLC weapons. There's the melee weapons, which basically what the melee weapons are your sword, your katana, your wrench, all that sort of stuff that is basically just a knife reskin. And then of course we have our ranged weapons, which is everything. There's SMGs, there's snipers, there's pistols, all sorts of actual real DLC weapons. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about both and what we could be seeing from both of those sections of DLC weapons before Black Ops 3 life cycle is over and we get into, you know, the Infinite Warfare beta, as well as the Infinite Warfare actual game, and obviously Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered and all of that sort of stuff, or Call of Duty 4 Remastered. So let's get right into that. So as you guys know, in the last drop of DLC weapons, they basically only dropped 2 things. It was the katana as well as the shovel, which were basically dropped into the last sets of DLC weapons, which was a few weeks ago. And I think myself, and probably a lot of you guys as well, were pretty disappointed that with these DLC weapons, there was literally no ranged weapons. And this kind of got me thinking, there's only 2 times they have only dropped melee weapons. It was the first ever DLC drop because they sort of promised it would be skins only, and Treyarch sort of broke that promise and started putting in real guns. And then obviously this last time was only 2 melee weapons. Now, this could mean one of 2 things. One thing that I thought this could mean is, oh, the first drop was melee weapons and the last drop is melee weapons, but I really don't think that's true. I think they still have, like, when they dropped that, there was still 2 months left till the next Call of Duty game, because that was dropped at the start of September and the next Call of Duty comes out at the start of November. I think they definitely do have another drop in them, and let's talk about what that could be. Now, obviously, I was very disappointed that there wasn't any ranged weapons, and I think as far as ranged weapons, there's 2 that are a high possibility that we could see in Black Ops 3, and what those are, the first one is the MP7. The MP7 was actually been in the game's code for so long. The MP7, people have been shown playing with it on the PC, and I think this could definitely come into Black Ops 3 next DLC or the final DLC, because MP7, we need more SMGs, we need more DLC SMGs. If you think about it, there's 3 DLC assault rifles, there's only 1 DLC SMG, and I definitely think that MP7 could be, or is a high possibility of coming into the game. The other thing that we have is the PDW. That has been found, it's just its name in the game file, so that is also another possibility. I think that's a bit lower of a possibility. Another high possibility is the M27 from Black Ops 2. That one, we've seen people holding it on the main menu. We've seen people playing with that in the game where they actually can run around with the gun, but they can't shoot it. We've seen a bunch of leaks of these guns, especially the MP7 and the M27, which would make those 2 the prime candidates to come back into Black Ops 3. And then, of course, we just have all the other options, which are guns we don't have any leaks for at all, but would be really cool to come back. I'd love the AK-47 from Black Ops 1. I'd love the Commando. I'd love the MSMC. And you guys can let me know in the comment section down below which of those guns you guys would like to see come back. But as far as weapons for the next one, I would highly, you know, my most educated guess would say MP7 or M27 will be coming back for that. Now, that's just the discussion and the leaks we have for assault rifles. As far as the final set of DLC weapons for the melee weapons, this is where it very much gets interesting. It gets super interesting. Now, this is kind of a weird story, but I would need you guys to follow me. So right when Black Ops 3 came out, probably a month into its life cycle, a certain YouTuber called Long Sensation got an email from a random email with a list of melee weapons, and the guy promised that these are the melee weapons that were going to be coming into Black Ops 3. Now, when we first got that list and all the YouTubers were looking at it, we said, okay, it's just a gimmick, a funny list. But now, after months and months and months of DLC weapons being dropped and melee weapons being dropped, it turns out a bunch of stuff on this list is actually real, which means if the first half of the list is real, probably the second half of the list is real as well. Now, this guy could actually have the intel into Treyarch like he claimed, or it could just be a guy who's a very, very lucky guesser and, you know, is trying to troll. But either way, the list is right, and I'll show the list up on the screen right now. As you guys can see, I'm not sure why the list is so bad quality, but this is a list that came out in probably December saying what melee weapons we were going to get. And let's go through it and look through it right now. So at the top, we have sword variations. Obviously, this one came true. We have the Fury Song, which is literally a sword. We have the Katana, which is a sword variation. I would say that one came true. Then we got mace, we got spear, sledgehammer, axe, warhammer. There's a bunch of stuff on this list as we can go through it and look. The axe definitely did come true. That one is a slash and burn. Crowbar 100% came true. That one is the iron gym. I was trying to think of the name. You know, these are some really old ones. The bat came true. Obviously, that is the MVP. The Bowie knife came true, sort of. It didn't come actually into the game as a DLC weapon, but the Bowie knife has been leaked, and there has been people playing with it, you know, like glitchers or hackers or modders, whatever you want to call them. So that one we'll give them half points on. The taser came true. I think that one is the enforcer, is actually kind of like a taser. The ice axe, I don't think we've ever got that. The shovel actually came true as well on the last thing. So as you guys can see, a bunch of this stuff on this list, probably half of the list has come true, which is pretty good considering this list came out before any of this stuff. And as you guys know, even if this guy did have you know, accurate intel into Treyarch, this could have been the ideas that they were putting out there, you know, the ideas that he had access to, and then obviously they only decide to use half of the ideas, because that's how a lot of things work, especially like someone like myself. You know, whenever I come up with an idea for a video, I write that video idea down on my notepad on my computer. However, I don't use every single idea, because maybe later I get a better idea, or I want to scrap that idea because it's a bad idea. You know, that stuff can always happen. Now, when we look at here, he has other potential weapons that were floating around. He said star knife, throwable spear, and ballistic knife. He said those would basically all be like throwing knife DLC weapons, which that never ended up coming out. Who knows why? Who knows if that, you know, they just scrapped that, or if that's coming in the future. Probably not, because it would come out by now. The throwing knife skins, that would have been really cool. I don't know why they didn't do that, but it turns out they never did. And the last one on this list is the chainsaw, which would be an absolutely dope melee weapon. And I think that this list actually gets some people pretty hyped. So if we're looking at this list, I gave you guys my you know, educated guess as to what assault weapons we could have coming back, or what ranged weapons. Now, looking at this list, I could give you guys an educated guess saying that we could probably see, you know, ice axe, mace, chainsaw as our potential melee weapons for the next one. Who knows what else? Even the Bowie knife, I think would be pretty cool to come in. I think that one actually has a high possibility, considering we got the katana from Black Ops Zombies in the last one. I think that the Bowie knife from Zombies could be a high possibility to come in, and it's already in the file, so it seems like, you know, Treyarch usually likes taking the easy way out, likes taking the easy way to make money. If that gun, or that melee weapon, excuse me, the Bowie knife, is literally already in the files, why not put it into the game and as the final set of DLC weapons? Either way, I want to get your guys' opinion on this stuff. I want to get you guys to let me know, what do you think the final weapon, or the final set of DLC weapons will come out with? I think the release date for this final set of DLC weapons, my guess, will either be right before the Infinite Warfare beta, but that's probably, I'd say there's about a 25% chance that happens. My other guess would be 75% that this comes out after the Infinite Warfare beta, between the Infinite Warfare beta and the release date of Infinite Warfare itself, because there's like a 10-day period where literally nothing is going to be happening. Everyone's going to be hyped up about Infinite Warfare. And how Call of Duty works, if you guys are unfamiliar, is basically when one company hypes something out. So say Battlefield comes out with a huge announcement, Call of Duty comes out with a huge announcement, Treyarch has a huge announcement, Infinity Ward puts out new camos. It's always a battle between them to get the attention of the fans, of the gaming fans, first-person shooter fans. And I think that's definitely what they would do. That's what I would do if I was in their shoes. Is after the Infinite Warfare beta, they're probably going to drop, between that time, Infinite Warfare beta to Infinite Warfare game, they're probably going to drop a dope set of DLC weapons. I'm hoping it includes MSMC, MP7, M27, and as far as melee weapons, you know, chainsaw, Bowie knife. Just chainsaw and Bowie knife would be pretty cool, as well as maybe a spear or a mace, something like that. I think this could absolutely be true. Now, one more thing I want to say. A lot of you guys are probably going to be talking about this list. I've talked about this list throughout the full year, so you guys can, you know, go back and look. I mean, there's plenty of proof here. If you guys are going to say, you just drew this list up now and it's fake, blah, blah. No, this list, people have literally been talking about it since December. You can check back. Literally dozens of YouTubers have been talking about this. I've made tons of videos about, you know, future DLC weapons. You guys can go look at them on my channel if you really want proof. This list is not faked. It was actually it's been out for months and months and months, and that's what makes it so cool when something on this list comes true. You know, when the first thing came true, everyone said, okay, that's just pretty lucky, and then the second thing came true, and then it seemed like every set of DLC weapons, 1, 2, or 3 things of that list were actually coming true every single time, and that's what basically made this list very credible. Another thing about the list is the same guy who emailed this list actually emailed in Advanced Warfare and predicted like half of the Black Ops 3 specialists. So this guy probably does have some intel, and this list is very accurate. Obviously, it's been very accurate in the past. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys can, please drop a like on this thing. I'd really appreciate 2,000 likes. That would be absolutely awesome. Subscribe for a cookie, and don't looky. And I'm out. Peace.